Okay, as my video was stopped because of certain technical faults. Now listen here. I was making you to understand. That if the genetics makes we people to understand the transmission of characters. मैं आपको heredity के बारे में बता रहा था. Heredity is the transfer of traits or characters. Traits or characters just means that अगर आप if the color of the eye is black, the black eye color will be transmitted into the offspring. Okay, if the person is having the color of hair is brown, the brown color will be transmitted to the offspring. So this is the heredity. This is the transmission of characters from parents to their offsprings. Okay, and second thing, I was also discussing with you that there is also the variations. So what if the heredity is the transfer of characters from parents to their offsprings? Then what is the variation? You just called then what is the variations? Okay, we just call then what is the variations? What is the variations? So variations, if genetics makes we people to understand the transmission of characters, it also makes we people to understand there is also the variations. So what are the variations? Variations are the minute differences, or we just call they are the differences between parents and offsprings. Parents and offsprings. So minute differences between parents with their offsprings is to be called the minute differences between parents with their offsprings is to be called as variations. Listen is what variation is. Variation is suppose a black female dog will give birth to white or a brown puppies. This is a variation. So white color is not the color of the mother. Brown color is not the color of the mother. Whereas the black female dog give birth to the white or brown puppies. Brown color is neither the color of neither the brown nor the white color is the color of the female. This is the variation. This is the variation. Either I will give another example. Suppose we can say that if the father and mother both are having the black eyes, but the offspring is having the brown eyes, this is the variation. This is the differences between parents with their offsprings. So this is to be called as a variation, and these variations are also expressed. These variations are also expressed by the genes. Now listen here. I'm just telling you that there are the two aspects. One, we just call that what are expressed in an offspring about its morphology, about the color of the eye, about the color of the skin, about the shape of the body, we just have the another term we just called about the size of the leaves, about the color of the flower, about the size of the plant. This is all to be called as phenotype. This is to be called as phenotype. Phenotype, we define the phenotype. It is external appearance. External appearance. We just called a phenotype. It is external appearance of an organism. External appearance of an organism. But when you come to the next, how the phenotype is expressed. How the phenotype is determined by the genotype of an organism. Genotype. तो मैं ये आपको बता रहा हूं एक ऑर्गेनिज्म का जो फिनोटाइप है, इसका एक्सटर्नल अपीयरेंस है. जैसे प्लांट का फ्लावर कैसा है, प्लांट का लीफ कैसा है, लीफ का जो अरेंजमेंट है प्लांट एक्सिस के ऊपर है वो कैसा है. What about the color of the eye? What about the shape of the nose? What about the size of the body? It's all the phenotype. But I am also telling you that this phenotype is expressed because of the genetic makeup. When the genes are to be transmitted, from parents, from a mother, from a father, these genes will express. They will express their characters. They will form the proteins, and these proteins accordingly give the particular. They will form the particular features in an organism. So what makes the features to be expressed is the genotype. So genotype we just called as genetic makeup of an organism. Genetic makeup of an organism. So phenotype, if it is the external appearance of an organism, and genotype is the genetic makeup. Phenotype is external, but I am also telling you that genotype determines the phenotype. Keep this point in view, my dear students, that genotype of an organism, the genetic makeup, the arrangement of genes, the arrangement of genes, the arrangement of genes within the nucleus of an organism, within the chromosome, then within the nucleus of an organism, they determine the phenotype of an organism. वो एक organism का phenotype express करेंगे, ठीक है? तो ये है रिलेटेड, ये मैं डेफिनेशन देता हूं जेनेटिक्स की, दैट इट इज द स्टडी ऑफ हेरिडिटी एंड वेरिएशन. वेरिएशन आपको यहां पे मैंने बता दी, तो हेरिडिटी मैंने बताया इट्स अ ट्रांसफर ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स टू देयर ऑफस्प्रिंग्स. कैरेक्टर्स आर ट्रेट्स जो मैं आप बताने जा रहा हूं. अब मैं थोड़ा बहुत एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूं. मैं आपको बता रहा था अबाउट द जेनेटिक्स के बारे में, दैट जेनेटिक्स it's not it's we just call that it's having it as origin back in the prehistoric era, where the farmers were having the concept of the genetics, although they were not knowing about the gene, they were not knowing about the chromosome, they were not knowing about the chromosome and color and all about this, but they were having the knowledge. Like as they were, वो क्या करते थे, वो अपने जो भी मतलब उनके पास सीड्स हुआ करते थे, उनके सीड्स हुआ करते थे, जो भी इनके डिजायर्ड फीचर्स देते थे, वो सीड्स वो बचा के रखते थे नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए, ताकि उनसे वो कैरेक्टर्स वो सीड सो करके उनसे वो वही प्लांट्स ग्रो करेंगे. तो कॉन्सेप्ट था जेनेटिक्स का, लेकिन जो मेजर ब्रेक थ्रू दिया जेनेटिक्स में वो दिया मेंडल ने. सो मेंडल प्रोवाइडेड द मेजर ब्रेक थ्रू. जो ब्रेक थ्रू जेनेटिक्स में दिया ना, जो जेनेटिक्स में ब्रेक थ्रू दिया, वो दिया मेंडल ने. मेंडल who laid the milestone in the genetics, Mendel. And Mendel ने अपनी वर्क पब्लिश की on the he just formed that on the rules of genetics. He published his work on the rules of genetics in 1866. In 1866. Okay, in 1866, and this work was a breakthrough. This work means the work of the Mendel was a breakthrough in the history of sciences. Okay, that led the formation of the modern science of genetics. जो श्रेय जाता है, जो कंट्रीब्यूशन जाता है, मतलब जो ब्रेक थ्रूज दिया वो मेंडल ने दिया अपनी वर्क में. तो अब इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर मैं मेंडल के बारे में बता दूंगा. ही वाज अ प्रीस्ट एज अ मॉक, एंड हाउ he come to know, how he come to know and manipulate with the genes, and how he demonstrate his work and different types of work. He demonstrate the work in his journals, and who